VedV Publication, Education for Excellence.
Hello friends, I am VedV. Let us learn about computer next. Before we know about computer, let me introduce you to my friend Robo.
Hi, I am Robo. Let's learn.
See you in the next chapter.
Chapter 7, Algorithms and Flowcharts.
You will learn algorithms, flowcharts, rules of drawing, flowcharts, decision making, looping, examples of flowcharts and algorithms.
Algorithms and flowcharts are two different tools used for creating new programs, especially in computer programming. An algorithm is a step-by-step analysis of the process, while a flowchart explains the steps of a program in a graphical way. Algorithm. To write a logical step-by-step method to solve the problem is called algorithm. In other words, an algorithm is a procedure for solving problems. Algorithm must be written in simple language and in such a way that everyone can understand. In order to solve a mathematical or computer problem, this is the first step of the procedure. An algorithm includes calculations, reasoning, and data processing. Flowchart. A flowchart is the graphical or pictorial representation of an algorithm to solve a particular problem. A flowchart uses different symbols, shapes, and arrows in order to demonstrate a process or a program. The main purpose of a flowchart is to analyze different processes. Several shapes, boxes are applied in a flowchart. Symbol, name, function, start or end. An oval represents a start or end point. Arrows. A line is a connector that shows relationship between the representative shapes. Input or output. A parallelogram represents input or output. Processes. A rectangle representation. Process. Decision. A diamond indicates a decision. The graphics above represents different parts of a flowchart. The process in a flowchart can be expressed through boxes and arrows with different sizes and colors. In a flowchart, we can easily highlight a certain element and the relationship between each part.
Robo fact. Before creating a program in any language, programmer creates algorithms and flowcharts.
Rules of drawing flowcharts. There are some basic shapes and boxes included in flowcharts that are used in the structure. Knowing how to use them while drawing flowcharts is important. Here are some rules that should be known. All boxes of flowcharts are connected with arrows to show the logical connection between them. Flowchart will flow from top to bottom. All flowcharts start with the start box and end with the terminal box. Decision making. Sometimes, while solving a problem, we meet certain conditions for further process. After checking the condition, loop is a sequence of instructions that is repeated until a condition is satisfied. For example, if you need to add a number in a series of 1 to 5 to process further in a program, a process needs to be repeated for a certain number of times until the task is completed successfully. Let us understand this with the help of algorithm and flowchart. Print the sum of series from 1 to 5 numbers. Algorithm. Step 1. Assign sum is equals to 0. N is equals to 0. Step 2. If n is less than equal to 5, then n is equals to n plus 1. Sum is equals to sum plus n. Else, print sum. Flowchart. Examples of flowchart and algorithms. Now that we have the definitions of algorithm and flowchart, how do we use a flowchart to represent an algorithm? Here are some examples. Example 1. To calculate the sum of two numbers, algorithm. Step 1. Read the value of first number as A. Step 2. Read the value of second number as B. Step 3. Add first number with second number as sum is equals to A plus B. Step 4. Print sum. Flowchart. Example 2. Convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Algorithm. Step 1. Read temperature in Fahrenheit as F. Step 2. Calculate temperature with formula C is equals to 5 by 9 multiplied by F minus 32. Step 3. Print C. Flowchart. Example 3. Calculate the simple interest of a bank deposit. Algorithm. Step 1. Read principal as P.
Publication, education for